Hi, my name is Laura, and the theme that I choose for this course was friendship, getting to know one another. This theme is for a kindergarten level. I chose this theme because at the beginning of the year, many times kids don't know one another, and this just like a breaker for them to understand that everyone's different, not everyone's the same, and they can have a better understanding of their peers and everything. So, because they're gonna be with them for a while for that school years until they have to learn who are they interacting with and getting to know one another. Every morning, what I would do, I will start with my calendar. Each student eventually will have their chance to come to the board and put what type of day it is, if it was cloudy, sunny, rainy, also the day that it was today, the day that it was yesterday, and tomorrow's what day it would be as well. So each student will have an opportunity to come and show that. As well in the calendar, what I did pattern, red, blue, so the students can also start understanding math and patterns as well, and they can see, they can have a better concept, okay, which one comes next after that, and they can see the pattern that it is. Also, days in school, what they would do is they would start learning about placements, and every time first of all, they will put one for one day, 2 days, and eventually when there's 10 days, then they will go to the 10th place, and there will be another stick for there. That's what I would let them have a better understanding. Every morning we would do this for our calendar. Another important thing that I think for every theme that we do is reading books, so they can have a better understanding through books what the theme is about. Since I chose friendship, getting to know one another, I also did, we all look different, because every child has to understand that friendship doesn't matter how you are, how you look. Everyone comes differently. Some have blue eyes, some have green eyes, brown hair, black hair, blonde hair. So they can have a better understanding that we are different. Also at the same time is to show them that all of us have different families. We all have to understand that all of us have different families. Some have a mom, some have a dad, some have both. Some have stepmoms or stepdads, uncles, grandparents. And they also have to know that everyone is also, another important thing is that all families are special. I have to make them understand that nobody's not special. Every child has a special and unique way, and that all the families are special for a certain reasons. Also, the book that I chose is Who's in My Family? Because many times also pets are an important part of one's family, and they can share that. And what I did for my lessons is, for my math lesson, I did counting fishes. This is a lesson that I did so the students can have an understanding on how to count. What I did is inside there's fishes with colored dots on it. And for students that are learning how to count and understanding the concept of the numbers, I did the fish and the number with the same color, so they can have a better understanding how 4 dots and how the number 4 looks, so they can have that concept. Also, for the ones that have a better understanding on numbers, I did also the black numbers, so they can also, for the higher math students. And what I did here in the back is I have a zippy bag, and one of them is for the colored numbers, the other one's for the non-colored numbers, and like that they can either do either one, and as they progress and start understanding numbers, then they can start doing the non-colored numbers for the ones that we're doing at the beginning, the colored numbers. What the lesson that I did for my science was shadow play. Also, I will recommend this doing with a partner, because what we could do as a shadow play is we can trace our hands, and they can also see the scientific of how the flashlight resembles the sun. Another thing that I would do with the students for shadow play is go outside and put a tape, and then what they would do in the morning, we would go and step on the tape, different tapes for every kid, and we would trace their shadow. And in the afternoon, we will come back and trace their shadow again, so they can understand that as when the sun moves, the shadow also can get smaller or it can get bigger, taller, and they can see the concept of how the shadow is and an understanding for science. Also, what I would do also is a lesson on how tall are you. There would do strings, and what we would do is make a string for each student, and we would measure them to see how tall they are, and then we can put it on the board from the tallest to the shortest and show them also that way, showing them that each one of us is different. Some of us are taller, some of us are shorter. Also, saying what their hobbies are. Some of them like to go fishing, some of them like to play sports, football, soccer, and there's other ones that some like to collect teddy bears. I mean, there's a lot of things that it makes each buddy unique. Another one for math, what I would do also is graphs. Graph is an important thing for students to understand, bar graphs for kindergarten. What question I would ask is to tell them who has brothers, who has sisters, who has brothers and sisters. And like I said, some would say that their pets is a family, so I would say who has pets. And then we can do a graph on showing that way in math, and they can compare how many people have more sisters and brothers, and that's a better understanding on the graph as well. This is what I chose for my theme, and like I said, this is just for them to have a better understanding, to getting to know one another and showing a better understanding of their peers. And many kids at the same time are shy because it's their first time in school, and this is a great way to make friends and all that. So this is my theme for this class, is getting to know one another through friendship. And thank you, I appreciate it.